So anyway, so we did that project with Gussie, and afterwards, when he started talking about another album, we said, okay, could we do something a little bit different from that? Something with some heavier beats, you know? And so that made him think in a different way. And eventually he presented us with this Rumors rhythm and said that Mikey Bennett, Hopeton Lindo, Hope and Carlton Hines had come up with they hadn't fully written it, but they had this idea for a song called. So they said, listen to it and see what you think. And I remember getting this part of the song and trying it out and thinking, I don't. This isn't quite what I was thinking of, though. Yeah, it's edgier, but it's not really quite what I was thinking, because at the time, it's bizarre when I look at it now, but at the time, I remember loving "Jump Up" by Admiral Bailey and thinking, I'd love to get on a rhythm like that, something really jerky, jumpy. I'd like to try that.
Yeah.
So this Telephone Love wasn't the answer to that to me, Anyway, I took it home and sang it, and sort of tried to get into it, and I did get into it, and eventually it was finished and recorded, and in Jamaica it was Rumors that was all the buzz, and my song was like a runner-up. There were so many other tracks on that rhythm that were good. You had Lady G and Dean Fraser, and quite a few other artists were on the rhythm, with good tracks. But Rumors carried the swing in Jamaica. But all of a sudden, we got feedback that in New York, it was just Telephone Love all the way. And we're like, really? Why? And, the Black Americans were just lapping it up. And, and then it got so popular that there was a company called Powwow that took on the distribution, because I think whoever had it before that, I don't know if it must have been, who had that before? Was it VP? I don't know who was distributing before, but it just, was like too much for them to handle. And so Powwow stepped in and they took it over, and then they couldn't handle it beyond a certain point. So this rap label called Tommy Boy eventually, got excited by the buzz and stepped in. And eventually we got signed to Tommy Boy label, which was a rap label.
Because if I remember good, Tommy Boy might have had on, I think, like Naughty by Nature and a couple more hardcore rap artists on it. I don't remember them having a quote-unquote reggae artist before on that type of label.
None. I had no reggae acts. I was the first one.
Okay, so with Telephone Love, is this the original one, or is this the one that Shabba was on?
The original one. Yeah. The original.
Why do you think that crossed over at that time there too? Because there, as you said, it wasn't really fast. It was slower-ish. So why do you think that resonated with the Americans so much at that time?
Well, they seem to think that it was R&B, because I remember going around when we were doing promotion, we ended up at a few radio stations where the DJ would say to me, so, tell us about this track, JC. It's an R&B track, isn't it? And I'd say, no, it's not R&B, it's reggae. And then, no, this isn't reggae, is it? And yeah, it's reggae. So they didn't see it as exactly reggae. It wasn't what they were accustomed to as being reggae. So I don't know if it's the melody, the vocal, I don't know. Something led them to think that it wasn't the usual reggae type of genre.
I think it's the way how you probably sing it, because you float on that track there. It has a lot of different elements that you might not generally hear in a reggae song. Even there was talking at one point where the rhythm broke down and you talk. So I could understand, now that you're saying it from that point of view, I could understand why they would think that's an R&B song.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
And was this your first time on a juggling too? Because was this your first time being on a rhythm that had several other people, or you were on other ones before?
No, I think that was the first juggling one. Yeah, I think that's the first juggling.
And how did you guys come up with the remix with Shabba now?
Well, it wasn't anything to do with us. It was all Gussie Gussie did that. We didn't even meet Shabba when the combination was done.
Mm-hmm.
We hadn't met him. We only heard it. Oh, that's me, and who's that? Oh, Shabba. The public think, they always have this vision of two of you in the studio at the mic together, singing into each other's faces. But in reality, it's often not like that at all. Sometimes you don't even know it's being done.
Mm-hmm.
I have done others where I've worked actually with the person,
Mm-hmm.
but that particular one, no. So the first time we met Shabba was he was on a show somewhere, and we were at the show, and I was in the audience, and he called me up to do that tune with him,
Yeah. That's interesting. And I know that you guys also did Hardcore Lovin' together.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Was that right after? When was that song put out?
So that must have been, we were doing the Selfish Lover album.
Mm-hmm.
So Selfish Lover, my vocal was on the album. So it would have been after that album that Gussie, again, put Shabba, so Shabba would have been at the studio one day doing something, and Gussie would say, why put this tune or two,
Mm-hmm.
and just make up something and go on it,
So it wasn't intentional, like you said, okay, hey, Shabba, I have this song, let's go do it together or anything? It was nothing like that?
No.
Wow.
No.
This podcast is brought to you by www.twolinedmusichut.com.